In case there's anybody in this room that doesn't know me, I'm Janet Day, your current president. Thank you for attending, and Happy New Year to you all. So today we have a warm and friendly comfort lunch for you today, provided by Noble Catering, and a program that is informative, heartbreaking, and for some maybe quite possibly uncomfortable. Chaplain Krista Hull, she's right over there. Can you raise your hand? Krista Hull is here to talk about human trafficking and sexual exploitation. And this is a real problem in our society today, and knowledge is power when it comes to fighting issues that are really hard to comprehend. Please know that there's always a recap of this business meeting in our monthly newsletter, and for those of you who are not here, there is, we have a YouTube channel, and we record our business meetings and our program and post them for everybody in case you can't find something on Netflix. You can always go to YouTube and watch our business meeting. Isn't that a great idea? So today we welcome everybody, and just take a moment today, right now, greet everybody at your table, and share one exciting thing that you are planning to do in 2024. Share one exciting thing that you're going to do in 2024 with your table. All right, that's great. I have a son that's graduating for college, so I have a big relief coming for me in 2024. So just take a moment here to look at our member meetings for the year. You can see we are at the January 9th lunch, and we are officially halfway through our club year. So these are listed in our yearbook. They're also available on our website, or you can take a snapshot of this screen. And again, just know that we are halfway through our year, and that means that any new members can join for half price and still enjoy all of the benefits, activities, and volunteer opportunities for the remainder of the year, and that is from January to May 31st. So our club year starts on June 1st through May 31st. So half year would be January through May. So looking at these dates, we will always send out an invitation and a link in our monthly newsletter and a reminder closer to the date. And we ask that you kindly RSVP by the deadline, which is about a week before the meeting. So our gracious hostess chairs, Lisa Armitage and Laura Cult, can arrange our lunches and seating space for the appropriate number of guests. And now that you can see all the dates, you can plan your calendars. Our Women to Women campaign is chaired by Deb Flanagan. And that is our, thank you Deb, and that is our monthly giving focus. Each month we support a different local organization or program that addresses the needs and concerns of women and children in our community. This month, it is logical that we support the work of our program speaker, Krista Hull, and her Redeem and Restore Center, committed to the prevention, intervention, and restoration of women who have been trapped in the sex trafficking industry. And we have all traveled and seen the signs in restrooms. When you close the door in the restrooms, there's a sign there. I've seen them in hospital waiting rooms and watched movies about the topic, and it never seems to be real until it isn't, and it affects somebody close to you or somebody that you know. So we are looking forward to hearing about your work, Krista. Our donation will go toward her Redeem and Restore Center and the first redeemed home for women in Waukesha County. Now there are 3 ways to do this. You may choose to place your cash or check written to the Elm Grove Women's Club in the bag on each table. Or there is a table tent with a QR code, and you can scan that and donate online with a credit card. Or when you RSVP to any monthly meeting, there is an option to pay what you want for the Women to Women monthly donation, so you can do it in one easy payment for your luncheon donation. So there are 3 ways to support the Women to Women monthly outreach. Thank you. This year is the year of our directory. As you know, the Elm Grove Women's Club has been printing and distributing this Village of Elm Grove directory since, can anybody guess? How many years? 19? I heard 1944. That's a long time. So my favorite part is the map, which unfortunately we don't include anymore, but it was great. And I don't know why, but my husband studies this directory because he thinks he's going to memorize every person that lives in Elm Grove. I don't know. So our committee, every 2 years it is updated with new residents, new phone numbers, new addresses, and the people who have moved and left our village, people who have joined us in the village. Our committee is chaired by Alice Hurt with Sherry. Hey, Alice. You bet. She's done this a while and she's a pro at it. With Sherry Danielson, Arlene Danielson, and Beth Sharpless. And they really need the assistance of all of our club members now. Unfortunately, we are significantly behind in ad purchases compared to other years at this time due to various factors. Our website is available to accept ad fees online, or you may download a printed form and send in a payment if that's better for you. So talk to Alice or one of these other ladies on the committee for more information. But we appeal to club members who are businesswomen to support us with an ad, and that they are very reasonable ads for something that stays in a home for 2 years and is used by so many. So if you are a member or a member who use the services of so many of our local and nearby companies, to say thank you for advertising with us, or you suggest to them to check us out and consider an ad. The deadline for advertising is January 31st, so time is running out to get into this publication that does not get thrown away. I have stacks of them at my home. Does anybody else have stacks of them? I do. It's crazy. So it does not get thrown away. It sits on people's desks, bookshelves, or in their kitchen drawers for the next 2 years. And it is used as a reference for neighbors, businesses, and street names. And we have had rave reviews. Residents and businesses love this resource. Still a printed phone book, basically. But what I liked is you can search by alphabetical, or you can search by the street name. Yes. So that's I like that, because I'm like, who's that new person that moved into our street? So history has shown that response is best from a personal contact. So we look to you and ask, would you like to place an ad? Do you know of a business that should be in the directory that is not? And this is a ways away, but will you help with distribution in May? These are hand-delivered to every residence in Elm Grove by us. So we couldn't afford to do it any other way. So in May, we ask your help for that. Our last printing garnered a profit of $5,000. So it is well worth it, and the benefits both the club and the businesses that place an advertisement. So let's go back to our theme for the year: invite, invite, invite. Alice, do you have anything to add to that?
Just a little. Thank you very much, Janet. That was perfect. I do have some ad forms here, so anybody, if any of you have a business, are interested in at least checking out the information, you can pick up a sheet, and then you know you can still go to the website. Also, excuse me, I should just let you know, although we haven't been putting maps in because they're very expensive and they haven't changed for a number of years, we do have a supply of them, and they are available at the Village Hall. So any of you, it doesn't matter whether you live in Elm Grove or not, you can That's it. And one other thing, Janet, we have a yellow page section.
Oh, that's right,
lists
I forgot about that,
everybody,
sorry.
And it tells what page their ad is on, so you have an ad in the book someplace, but people know they want carpet cleaners, so they look up carpet cleaners, then you can see, okay, who's there, and look at their ad. So it's another little thing.
It's very
Make it
useful.
user-friendly. Thank you all. I
Thank
expect you all to come over here before the end of the
Good job there, Georgia. All right, so let's review, you know, what has happened in our club year, what can we look forward to. Just a member update, our current membership is at 175 members and thriving, 24 new members this year, and our goal is 200. So remember that half price for the remainder of the year, and let's close up that gap to get 200 members. I encourage you to volunteer for our events and get involved with our social groups. These smaller social groups are a chance to get to know your fellow members in a more casual setting. Our Bunko Babes on the first Thursday of every month is very fun. Just as a reminder, our chorus rehearsed each Wednesday in the fall. We are done for the season, but we completed our season and we performed that concert 3 times.
It was beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, it was really fun. That's a great group of women. And the Read Between the Wines book club is chaired by Sue Mayhew. And they are meeting January 17th to discuss everything about Elon Musk. That's an interesting book. I think my husband is reading that one. So, all right, and then our Mahjong Club. We have a lot of interest in our Mahjong Club, and it starts tonight, depending upon the weather. So Monica Norberg, who is not here, has called me this morning. She said, let's make a call at 3 o'clock this afternoon. We'll see what the weather looks like. And then if we have to postpone tonight, we'll just move the first teaching night to the second teaching night. So there are 4 teaching nights, and we really encourage you to go to the teaching sessions before you do the gameplay. Judy Hauschmidt.
Yes, I heard. If I have to ski over.
So if we cancel tonight, the next session will be Thursday, January 11th, then Tuesday, January 16th, Thursday, January 18th, and then the following Tuesday. So there will be 4 teaching sessions, and then we'll have gameplay after that every second Thursday of the month. And the social committee, thanks for signing the form, Ellen. The social committee bought us 4 Mahjong sets. So the club owns 4 Mahjong play sets. So we also have a building renovation task force. Deborah Vanderheiden is heading that up, thank you. And that is formed and is actively meeting, brainstorming, and researching next steps to proceed with upgrades to our building. So, how many of you came to see Breakfast with Santa? It was fun, it was fun. December 16th joint event with the Elm Grove Junior Guild. We served 287 children. And when I say children, I mean children from the ages of 2 weeks. There was a tiny little baby there to the age of 95. They were all children in front of Santa. And man, our Santa was great this year. So let me just share a little story. He came up from, this is a professional Santa that you have to like rent. And he drove up from Chicago, and we were sort of waiting for him, you know, it's Chicago traffic. And he arrives in a car just the same time as the children were arriving. And this little girl walks up to the Santa, and she said, Santa, why are you in a car? And he was right in character, and hadn't gotten into the building yet. He said, well, ho, 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 my sleigh doesn't work until Christmas Eve. So I had to take an airplane to Milwaukee, and then I rented a car, and that's how I got here. She bought it and said, okay, I want an American doll, and I want this, and I want this. I mean, it was just fantastic. Oh, so here's a message from our co-chairs. Lisa Becker and Lisa Bro were the co-chairs of the Breakfast with the Santa, and they would like to thank so many Elm Grove Women's Club volunteers who helped make this breakfast was Santa a great success. And volunteers are special, so I'm going to read every single name. Susan Bonas, Janet Day, Carla Florence, Karen Johnson, Laura Colt, Michelle Gauger, Christine Murr, Michelle Fitzgerald, Lori Hansen, Tina Flanner, Vicki Kreisek, Paula Jaffreys, Sherry Simpson, Becky Vanderplug, and Liz Whitburn. Thank you all. We are also grateful to the Elm Grove Junior Guild for co-organizing the event, and to the 10 high school students from Brookfield Central's Key Club who helped clear tables, take out the trash, and oversee the basement craft activities. Everybody had a spectacular time singing songs and dancing, and they mentioned that Santa even shared his special recipe for making candy. Where was I? I never got that candy. So I want it. It was a jolly time for all. So I have a couple of pictures to share, and I mean, look at this guy. Look at all of those kids up there. There's that great Santa. Man, he was awesome. There's our mimosa bar. There we are. You know what? It looks like we're not having a good time at all, because that's our Santa breakfast. It was awesome. It was awesome. So our next event is coming up on January 25th, and I was trying to sort of prime the pump with some bluegrass music. I hope you all heard that when you came in here today. And our planners have come up with some excellent ideas for a fantastic theme. So thank you, Sue Mayhew, Lisa Armitage, and Amanda Schomburg for all of your ideas. Our Music in the Grove series is hosting Dairyland's finest string band on Thursday, January 25th. The fun starts at 6 p.m. with a welcome cocktail and tastings provided by Great Lakes Distilleries, with live bluegrass music. Now this is close harmonies and toe-tapping rhythms. Old-time mountain music combines blues, gospel, jazz, and folk music. This isn't like your hee-haw, straw hats, and hay bales kind of bluegrass, but the sophisticated Americana tradition of bluegrass. It's really, really fun music to listen to. We're having a picnic theme, a barbecue buffet, and a social time you won't forget. So yes, please take a picture of that and put that on your calendars. And we really want you to support this event with your attendance and bring a friend. Tickets are available on our website, egwc.org, under events. And we realize everybody is busy. Some people go south for the winter. We get that. Well, you may not be able to attend. We ask you, this group right here, to go home and invite 4 friends that you think would enjoy this evening. So, well, I said 70 members were here. We maybe have 40 members here. So if all 40 members here today go home and invite 4 friends, chances are we're going to sell out this event. So let's do it. Our members are our greatest assets. So invite and call a friend. So another event that is moving to April 20th is Shake the Chandelier. And I'm going to ask Jill Mackey to come up here and shake. Okay, all right. This is Jill Mackey, everybody.
Hi. We did move the event. It was scheduled for February 17th, and we found out kind of late in the game that the Junior Guild event is going to be at the beginning of February, and so we just thought having those 2 big fundraising events in the village might just be a little bit much for the group. So we changed it to April. The band is on board. We have changed a few things. We listened to some feedback. We have lowered the ticket price. We are going to have a cash bar versus a open bar. Each table will have 2 bottles of wine complimentary. We are going to have a signature cocktail to welcome all attendees. And we really hope we get more than 10 members to attend this year, because last year that's about how many we had. It was a little disappointing. So we're hoping with an April day, nicer weather, people want to come out. It's not great weather yet to be barbecuing outside, but it sure is nice to come out and have a fun dance. So just mark your calendar for April 20th. We are avoiding Easter. We are avoiding school breaks. So hopefully this is going to be a great date for everybody to come out and join us. The second thing I want to say, just as a member of the fundraising committee, is we are already looking ahead to our Peak Inside event, which was hugely successful last year, and with so many beautiful residences in Elm Grove, we feel we can do this for many, many years to come. But we need your help. If you know of somebody who has a new home, has remodeled a part of their home, would be willing to let people come through wearing booties, being very nice, let us know. We have a couple of ideas, but we'd like to get 5 to 6 homes. We've, I think, locked in about 3 so far, but if you know of anybody in your area of Elm Grove that would be willing to come on board, we'd love to talk to them and maybe get them on the list for next year's Peak Inside. No, we are working on that. Dates are a little tricky right now.
Oh,
but it will probably be September.
Yeah.
We just are trying to pick which Saturday in September.
Okay, all right.
And we may actually do a Friday, Saturday because of the great response. We're thinking maybe a 2-day. We're talking about it, so
That
more
would
to
be
come.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, exciting.
Well, and that gives our volunteers also an opportunity to see the houses, because that was a complaint last year.
Yeah.
So we appreciate the volunteers, but then they don't get to go through those great houses. So if we split it up,
Yeah.
we might be able to accommodate that.
Wendy, do you have a question?
Does it have to be in Elm Grove, or is Brookfield?
Well, because of the transportation, we are not giving out addresses. We don't give out people's names. We try to protect that as much as we can. Everybody comes here, and we take them out. So if it's in Elm Grove, it's a little easier for our routes to make that circle.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
exciting, that's exciting. All right, so everybody took a picture of that? It says April 20th, put that on your calendar. Great. So just a quick little financial update, and I look at this because we're halfway through the point in our year. And I stood up here in front of you last May and asked you to approve a pretty aggressive budget. And I want to make sure that we're on track. So our projected budget income for this year was $161,000, and as of January 8th, we are at $136,000. So we need just, and I say just like 25,000, this is a piece of cake, but this is a very attainable goal, is what I'm trying to say. So, but we can't stop working. We need 25,000 more to meet our budget income goal. So let's look at our projects and events for the remainder of the year and move forward. So we need to invite, volunteer, and I look at this group here, and you are all the people that always volunteer and are always at our events. So I appreciate that. We all appreciate that. So, but invite somebody and maybe look at our membership list and say, well, I haven't seen that person in a while. I'm going to give her a call and invite her to something. So, but consider a board position or chair committee, suggest a cost saving or a money-making event. So I feel like this is a smart group of really talented women. So together I feel like we can accomplish anything. Judy, do you have a question?
Yes. I wanted to ask you about how our rental's going. I know we took a really bad hit.
You know what?
COVID.
We have a board meeting next Monday,
Uh-huh.
and we're going to get a rental update there, and then we'll share the results of that in our January newsletter.
Okay, very good.
Okay, all right. So just to look ahead, these are our January events. Remember, you have January 25th on your calendar for the Dairyland's Finest String Band. Our next event is Thursday, February 8th, sorry. This is a free event as a community service for all Elm Grove residents. The Daylighting the Creek presentation by Village Trustee John Schindler. Many of you know that our creek runs underneath the Syndex parking lots. And that culvert underneath the road is damaged, and if it fails, the DNR will not let us replace that. So this will be on the referendum in April. All of that is going to be constructed, opened up, green space along the railroad. Why am I explaining this? Come on February 8th. I'm not an engineer. I don't know that much about it.
What time, Jan? On the 8th, what time?
It's at 7 o'clock. It's at 7 o'clock. And John Schindler will describe all of it. There was an article in the Elm Grove News Independent. There's an article in our other neighborhood magazines. You can read about it. We would like you to RSVP. It is a free event, just so we can have enough chairs available. But Thursday, February 8th at 7 o'clock. Then on March 15th, there's another Music in the Grove. In preparation for St. Patrick's Day, we have the Patty Grasses, really super cool Celtic band. I just, we're talking about having a fish fry. We're talking about having some Irish dancers. So, and that is a family-friendly event. So consider it Santa breakfast for St. Patrick's Day, that kind of a thing. So bring your family. Art Scholarship Competition, that committee is meeting this week. Then we have Music in the Grove, Nora Collins, followed by Shake the Chandelier on the 20th. We have a Past President's Luncheon in May, and our famous Memorial Day Pancake Breakfast. So those are all of the events that we're looking forward to. And I will always, please don't get tired of hearing this, but as a member of the club, I feel like I really want all of you, we always want you guys to be informed. So please know that there is a members only place on our website, private access for current paid members. We have our club calendar, it shows all of the events. There's an online directory with photos. Our current newsletter is posted there. All of our archived past newsletters are out there, and that is where you can buy your tickets and sign up for events. So please know that that's always there for you. So again, this is the halfway point of our year. So the nominating committee will be chosen this month. And here are my notes. It will consist of the prior year committee chair, which I think is Lori Hansen, a past president, it doesn't have to be the last past president, it could be any past president, 2 board members, and 2 members at large. So see me if you're interested in that position and to help us. Ooh, that's a good ringtone. So that will be chosen this week, and the results will be in the January newsletter. So just so you know, any member of the Women's Club may contact this nominating committee to indicate an interest in serving on the board. Or any member in the February meeting may nominate from the floor, but you can't voluntold somebody. You have to get permission by that person. They have to be in agreement with an indication of a willingness to serve before you can nominate somebody from the floor. So you are eligible to serve on our board if you are a member of 2 years and preferably chaired or we're active in a committee, and you guys all are. Let's see, one more announcement from the Elm Grove Library. Nancy Aravallo, is that correct? Nancy Aravallo will be retiring at the end of January, moving to Madison after 23 years of service at the Elm Grove Public Library. And then, I hate it when people pronounce it that library, and I just did it. So there will be a party and cake Friday afternoon, January 26th, from 1 to 2:30 in the library. And Nancy's last day at work will be Monday, January 29th. I think that announcement came from Deb Flanagan. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And actually, Sarah, who is the library director, sent it to me and asked me if I would share it with you, because we're all library users.
Yeah.
And she's been such a big part of our library for so long.
Yeah. Okay. So I feel like this is an exciting time for our club with energy that is just palpable, great smart minds that are forward thinking, choosing a path for our future sustainability of our organization and for our clubhouse. So I really want you to think about serving on a committee, serving on the nominating committee, and stepping into a board position. Just think about it. So today our lunch is provided by Noble Catering. Following our lunch, our program speaker will be Chaplain Krista Hall, president and founder of Redeem and Restore. So there are a couple announcements before lunch. Lisa Armitage suggests a Pinot Noir with a roast beef sandwich. And what was the other one, Lisa? The Sauvignon Blanc with the other choice. So there you have it. No one's going anywhere tonight. It's gonna be. So, and then also Noble Catering has supplied us with black napkins and silverware, and we need to get those back to them. So when you're finished with your lunch, please take your table, take your table setting, your plate and silverware back to the kitchen with the napkins and the silverware so they don't get left behind. And then the caterer takes off, Krista takes over. Okay? Any questions? Are we ready, Laura? Okay. 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 Thank you, ladies. Our business meeting for January 9th is now adjourned, and let's enjoy lunch by Noble Catering. Thank you.